Hey, hello, you're with Wolf Gorlock, a few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at adversaries, the criminals, the baddies, right? The guys that are out to get us, and how we can collect data on them and use that data to make better decisions. I am coming to you from an airport in the shadows, getting ready to catch a very early morning flight. Now, at RSA, which I was at last week, at RSA looking at DevOps, which was last week on Monday, one of the things that caught my attention was some of the very interesting work that's being done to collect data around adversaries coming into websites. So a couple tips for you is, your environment itself, right, is a wealth of information that allows you to determine what are real risks and act accordingly. And collecting those metrics allows you to mature your program. So for example, one of the things that caught my attention was some of the work that's being done on adversary return rates. Never had heard about this metric before. If you have, by all means send me up in comments. But what one particular team is doing is they're looking at the number of times a criminal returns in a 30-day period. What does that tell you? What that tells you is how valuable your information is. Obviously they haven't gotten in yet, but the lure, that reward, the thing that's driving the criminal mind must still be present. They must think there's still some weaknesses that perhaps you can't see. So adversarial return rate allows you to do the reverse of economic modeling. Think about like net promoter score or customer satisfaction, those sort of things that tell you, are you doing the right thing to attract your customers? You want to use that same formula, but drive it down, right? Detract, push away criminals to reduce the lure and reduce the time to spend on your site. I thought that was fantastic. Another thing I found very interesting is organizations are using, real-time software protection, or RASP, right? Application security protection, real-time application security protection, or WAFs, and looking at the paths the criminals take to attack the website, and using that as information to prioritize vulnerabilities. So they'll see what paths the criminals are keep on taking. They'll stop those paths, but they'll use that in combination with their software vulnerability management program to figure out what vulnerabilities to address first. Because after all, if the criminals keep attacking one or two flaws, obviously those are the ones that you want to address. And it's that type of insight, right? What does a criminal really want to do? What are they lured to do? And what is driving them to attack you, and where are they trying to attack you? Those types of insights allow you to really strongly hone your security efforts so that you can address software vulnerabilities in those areas. You can perhaps put up other detection or preventative controls. You can reduce the attractiveness of your site. I don't mean make an ugly site, but I mean, structure it differently so the criminals aren't inclined to come back again and again. Very, very fascinating things. Looking at metrics of the attacker and their behaviors, but using similar to activities that we've done in marketing for years and years, but not to attract customers, but to detract the baddies. What do you think? Hit me up in comments or social media. Cheers.